You have a Thursday recap today. Um, so going into the day really wasn't a nice spot we were in. We were inside of this 1 hour, 4 hour for rally gap. And we were still displacing lower. We didn't really get displacement back to the upside. So we were kind of waiting on to see if we wanted to go deeper into this gap, but I probably wouldn't take any trades, or if we wanted to displace um above some sort of high, retrace, and then go to some sort of draw on liquidity, which we had news highs, limit highs, and all-time highs. So going into the day, 9:30 open. We chopped for a good while. So this was open 9:30, right? We chopped for over half an hour. We finally got this very clear and deliberate sweep of liquidity. Reason why I'm saying sweep is because if you look on the 5 minute, you can see the wicks are respecting this, and we are just closing back inside the range. Same thing on ES. Maybe a little bit of closure, but that's whatever. ES had a 5 minute gap. NQ didn't, but ES had this 5 minute gap, which been a perfect reversal. Um, if you look on the 1 minute, like this shit was so clear. This is exactly what you look for. I don't like to trade reversals, but like this was just so fucking perfect. I don't know. Like we get this deliberate fucking sweep of sell side, and then we get a deliberate V-shaped recovery, inversing this gap right here. This could have been entry number one. Stops had have been down here, but you take it to news highs, just the definitely the draw right here. 2RR, not bad. Now, next thing that happens is let me just mark it on ES. What do we want to see? We want to see ideally displacement above a high, right? Specifically above these highs, these accumulation highs. You want to see displacement above that, a retrace into a 5 minute gap, and then a confirmation to go to news highs. Um, so yeah, there's no 15-minute gap tap anywhere, but we did have this 5 minute right here. So basically, well, looking on the 5 minute, right, you just want to see displacement on the 5 minute. What do you see? You see clear displacement, 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 all three. Not only do these three candles inverse a 5 minute, also inverse this 5 minute up here, and we displace above these highs. So it's pretty obvious we're going to these to data highs minimum. So that is our draw, and that is the spot we're going to take our profits at. So we have this 5 minute gap down here. So make sure it's correctly marked so you can see the actual tap. So you have this 5 minute gap down here. You want to see that get tapped basically. Um, that never happens on NASDAQ, but it does happen on ES. So ES comes down right here. We tap into a for rally gap. We sweep this level of liquidity on ES and not on NASDAQ. So you mark out that SMT. And we have this big imbalance right here. It's so simple. You want number one, you want V-shaped recovery. We got the 5 minute gap tap, and now that's all you need. We got that inverse too. So basically, you would just enter off the inverse. Stops had been at this low, and then TP would have been data highs 1.5 RR. Um, yeah, super easy trade. Now, again, I I I figured out a big problem that I have. I've always traded with NASDAQ on the left, ES on the right, and always traded side by side, And basically what happened here was the reason why I didn't enter this was I saw the 5 minute gap tap, I saw the SMT, saw the displacement, I saw the inverse. What I didn't like was that ES just tapped into this big 1 minute imbalance. But like, bro, I've seen this happen so many times and I missed so many entries on it already, and it's genuinely pissing me off. Um, Literally the only reason why um I miss out on so many trades. I've been realizing because I've been seeing the, 5 minute gap tap, clear draw, displacement, all that crap. Is because I'm comparing it to ES and I'm saying, oh, ES could reject from this gap. Or ES doesn't look like it's fully bullish yet, like Nasdaq is. Bro, just fucking trade the Nasdaq. I will miss out on so many less trades and stop watching it run to my profits if I focus on Nasdaq. The only reason why ES should be open on the right side of my screen is to see if ES taps into an imbalance that NQ doesn't, and if there are any SMTs. That is the only reason. Not if there's a gap right here where NQ inversed it. No, you just fucking take that shit on NQ when it's clear, when you see what you want to see. ES strictly for SMTs. I'm gonna make that a fucking rule because I've been fucking up recently. Not in a good way. Um, we might be getting a pretty good trade right here, actually. Bro, deadass, I might take it like that. Take a trade like this. Take it to like London highs or some shit. Yeah, damn. This should look good. At least to these highs. At least a 2.4 R. Watch this shit hit. I'm gonna leave that in the background, but I'm gonna go over some of my trades. Not my trades, the doc I just made just to show you like how easy this shit is and how retarded I am. So here's the checklist, right? You want to have some sort of draw on liquidity where it's, equal highs, London highs, data highs, just a high or something. Where are we displacing towards? Where's the order flow going? And figure that out. Then when you figure that out, you want to see some sort of 5 minute displacement and a 5 or higher minute gap tap. Now, you want with 5 minute displacement, it's kind of given you're going to get a 5 minute gap because fair value gaps are signs of displacement. So it's basically saying the same thing, but you know, generally you want to get a good close on the 5 minute candle or see where the 5 minute candle is closing below or above or something, or like any of that stuff, making sure it's a sweep or if it's a continuation, 5 minute time frame is where it's fucking at. And I want to get confirmation out of that gap. Ideally, V shape. Um, you could also just look for straight up displacement out of the gap. And also you can look for um like an inverse gap. Um, that's what I look for. That will get me an entry in almost every single scenario unless it, sweeps out the internal high first, which sometimes does happen, but it is what it is. And yeah, it's that fucking simple, retard. Follow the fucking plan. I don't know what's gonna get in my head, bro. So maybe fucking degrading myself might actually get into my fucking head that this shit is so fucking easy and you're a fucking disappointment because you're not profitable yet. Because I generally am because I know exactly what I need to do, what I need to follow, and I don't execute. So and yeah, some reminders is ES is used only for SMTs. Don't try to compare the two assets when about to enter, and it will fuck up your trading. Solely focus on NQ. Uh, I'm saying that just because this whole entire week has been fucking me over because we get that 5 minute gap tap, and then I'm looking at ES and I'm like, oh, ES isn't confirmed yet. I'm not gonna go in when NQ is like just fucking trade NQ. It's not that hard. Another one, look for V-shaped recovery. Obviously, that's the best case scenario. And another one, don't wait for retrace after confirmation candle unless it is less than a 1 R. Um, can't tell you how many times we've been extremely bullish and we just don't get that bottom part of the wick. And I just miss my entry and it goes straight to my TP because we're so bullish. So don't wait for the retrace unless you absolutely need to do it for RR purposes. Like if the candle closes above and your draw is less than a 1-to-1 now, wait for that 1-to-1, enter there, and then take it. But holy shit. Okay, well, That happened. Um, damn, I thought that was good too. Unless ES swept it. If ES swept that, I would have gone break even. So let's. Huh, ES definitely didn't sweep that. Um, all right, let's go over this trade real quick. Uh, yep. Basically, we got displacement from the gap that we want to, but the only thing is, oh, I got that 15-minute close too. Honestly, I'm not even crazy pissed. I should have waited for that inverse up here. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like that would have definitely confirmed it. So even though we did get this displacement, I'm not counting that inverse gap. That's a little bitch gap. If we inverse that gap, this would have definitely gone to this high and probably those highs, but I guess it was too early for that. So should have waited for that. But yeah, was this a 5-minute gap that we came into? Or what? Just a 3-minute. Yeah, also these 3 minutes have been working really fucking well. Like, um, sometimes you just don't get that tap with the 3 minute. I mean with the 5 minute because there's a 3 minute there. I've noticed that stops a lot of trades actually from getting that 5-minute tap. The only reason why I don't like it is just because I do like to have more room with my trade, like meaning the tiny little, market maker buy model, market maker sell model inside of that gap. Um, so I do like to have like more candles going into it. That's why I don't like the 3 minute. But the 3 minute, if there's no 5 minute and there's a 3 minute and we get that V-shaped recovery like this, then that's pretty free. I would be break even here though, I'm not gonna lie. Even though we could retrace right here, just because we already swept that high. Um, yeah, the draw is just not clear right now. Um, and yeah, we just tapped into this 5 minute down here again. So do I think because we tapped into it again that we can we're probably just gonna go lower, probably, but we'll see. Actually, I think we're definitely, but neither here nor there, because I'm at max drawdown today because I fucking crashed out. So super fun. Am I pissed? Oh my God, yeah, bro. I'm so fucking pissed. But you know, it's just shit is so fucking simple. The amount of times I have gone through this shit in my head is insane. And like I'm still not catching on. Like I don't know what I'm doing fucking wrong. Well, I just figured that out today, actually. What I'm doing wrong is little things, waiting for that retrace. I'm also just waiting on like checking ES. ES is fucking messing me up. Um and but I'm not gonna get rid of ES just because I think it's still important to have it on there just to see what it's doing. Um but yeah, it's just every single day adding these little steps. I don't know why I'm getting so fucking discouraged, bro. I know this shit's gonna work. It's just getting these fucking small steps down so I can actually execute consistently with this without any fucking problems. There's always gonna be problems, but at least minimize the problems where I'm actually consistently winning. So that's it for today. Thanks for listening.